All right, so I know a lot of you guys can't get out of the house right now, and I thought you might enjoy going for a ride with me. We are going to go north for a minute or two here on Laurel Canyon Ave, and then we are going to go west on Mulholland Drive over to Coldwater Canyon. Then we'll go north on Coldwater Canyon. But I thought you guys might enjoy taking a drive on the world-famous Mulholland Drive. So here we go. We're about to turn on the Mulholland. It's getting exciting now. And here's Mulholland. So here we go. It's a little twisty and turny, so don't get nervous. It's a little bit like Gran Turismo, but believe me, you do not want to bump into the other cars. And by the way, we're in a Honda CR-V, not a high-performance simulation car here. Somebody there, they're probably getting baked. We pulled into one of the scenic overview views before they closed all that. One car they were drinking vodka, and another car they were smoking weed and giggling. And these weren't teenagers either, by the way. These were young adults. It's too bad I can't turn and show you. There's looking out over a nice little valley here. I went in here and went walking down these trails. I don't know if you saw any of my pictures, but that's where I posted a picture of that VW thing that was half buried down at the bottom of one of those trails. I have no idea how it got down there, by the way. There's Laurel Hills. That's a subdivision. Never been back there, by the way. There's a nice little scenic overlook coming up here. People are still going to it anyway, so. We're scenic overlookers. This guy's from Ukraine, I think that flag was. Got a jogger. By the way, it's in the upper 90s here today, which is why I'm not walking around right now. I'll wait till the sun starts to go down a little bit before I go out on my walk. There's a trail that comes up through here called Fryman, or no, is it Fryman Canyon? At any rate, it's a canyon up here, and it goes all the way over to where I'm about to take you, but it was back on Laurel Canyon before I started filming. So it's really not as far as it looks. At least I don't believe it is. And this guy's checking out the weeds. And motorcycle. This looks like it'd be a lot of fun to ride on a motorcycle, but boy, you get some guys coming through here on crotch rockets. They just look like they're flying. They think that this is an Isle of Man tourist trophy or something. Dragging these the whole 9 yards. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen anybody dragging these through here, but I think most of them are actually fairly responsible. I haven't seen any crashed motorcycles down at the bottom of any of these canyons, so that's good. closed off scenic overlook kind of thingies. Off to my left here is a nice big valley kind of situation. It would be nice to be able to get you a nice picture of, but can't do it today, unfortunately. Traffic signal up ahead, but that's not us. We go through this thing where we just stop and make sure nobody's gonna coming on. You'll see right here, stop sign. Hopefully I'll have enough memory on my phone that I will be able to take you part of the way down Coldwater Canyon as well, because that's nice and twisty. I think you'll enjoy that. Try not to poop your pants. We'll go slow. Tweet, tweet, tweet. And here we're gonna go straight ahead, and that will take us down Coldwater Canyon. We're on Coldwater Canyon now. Try not to cream any safety cones here. You see how windy and twisty this is. Now, if you can look off to your right, which you can't, but there's a bunch of houses over on the other side of this canyon here that are up on stilts. I can't even look at them when I'm in the passenger seat because it gives me the heebie-jeebies just looking at it. You can just imagine those houses going over if there's ever a really bad earthquake, but you know, I'm sure they pay through the nose just for homeowners insurance and earthquake insurance. Some of the houses aren't even on stilts. Most of them are actually built into the side of the hills. The hills are made out of a certain type of rock that's like stratified, so it's not going to just like bust off and go sliding down the hill. It still makes me nervous just to look at it. I wouldn't want to bet my life on that little theory. Here's a super fun little turn here. If I got enough memory on my phone, let me turn left and go down a little ways on Ventura Boulevard there. I'm not even going to sing that song. I don't even remember the name of the band that does it about Ventura Boulevard. His childhood, not mine. They got some super fancy private Episcopalian school up here. I think it's Episcopalian or Anglican or something like that. St. Michael's All Angels Episcopal Church. It's a private school there. It's super expensive. They've got a private Catholic church up near my house on Riverside that's super expensive too, called Notre Dame. Or Notre Dame if you're a French purist. This is about a mile up the street here. But we're going to take a left. Ventura Boulevard, which is a well-known street. Oh, I know where we're going to go. Watch this. I'm going to take you on some of these hills I walk. When I'm posting, you know how many steps I'm getting in and how many flights of stairs. Well, this is one of the routes I go. I'll take you up a couple of these. We'll see how you like it. Okay, we are on Valley Vista. We're going to turn left on Ethel, and then we're going to go up Long Ridge. There's Ethel. We're going to make a left on Ethel. It's going to be a lot quicker driving it and easier driving it than it will be walking it. I don't know if you can tell, but we're steadily climbing a hill here. Okay, so we're going to make a left on Long Ridge. There's guys out here with those trucks that, you know, what's not today, but the other day they had one of those trucks where you hook the wood chipper to the, you know, into a trailer at the end of the thing, and it shoots the wood chips into it, like a covered dump truck, more or less, I guess is how you would put it. Super fancy homes up here, very nice place to walk. The speed bumps. I think I would have had a lot of fun around here as a kid. Probably would have gotten in a lot more trouble than I did, though. Imagine playing mailbox baseball through here. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? Make sure there's no oncoming traffic. And, we're good. So, usually by about this point, I'm huffing and puffing pretty hard. You can see we're already fair distance up. Now, usually when we get to the top of Long Ridge, I usually have 16 or 18 flights of stairs in. So right now, I'm going to guess that we're probably at about 9 or 10 flights of stairs up. So, usually when we get around this corner, I have to stop and catch my breath for usually less than a minute. Right near where this red car is parked. And then I continue up this hill. There's a private driveway right there, which I never walk up. Casing her stuff. right to the end of this street, which you can't really see because I'm going to stop here and turn around. It's maybe 20 yards that way, 30 yards that way. And now, so I come back down this hill, right? Like I said, 16 to 18, depending on how many times I've gone up and down the steps in the morning. Come back down this way. You get some very nice houses through here, and even you know, the more modest-looking houses here. Not that they're ugly houses or bad houses or anything. They're just, you know, not super fancy schmancy. But even those houses are going to go for over $1 million. Now, this is Long Ridge Court we're going to go up, because I come down here and then I go up Long Ridge Court as well. You hear the cars working to get up this. Imagine what my tired ass old heart is doing getting up here. I usually stop right about here. This is about where it levels off. And I do my heart rate, and it's usually about 140 by the time I've gone up that hill, down, and back up this hill. Very nice, you'll see. Around the Spectrum guy here. We call Spectrum, they're the cable company. We call them Rectum. See where that lady's going up there? You might be able to see her. I posted quite a few pics from up at the top of that little grassy area up over there. See the lady there. Then I got one other hill I like to go up, and I think I can do it. There's plenty of room to turn around, so we'll do that. And then once we get to that top of the hill, I'll stop filming. Hope you guys are enjoying the drive so far. When I get home, I will post this to Facebook. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm assuming that this thing's recording my voice. The other day I came up here, I had Beastie Boys, my Beastie Boys playlist going. I sent a link to my playlist to my friend Angie back in Ohio. She's got pretty funky taste in music. Funky in a good way. Okay, stop, make sure nobody gets creamed here. The old fella there. I like the color blue on that Civic. Right now, that's my dream car. If I can ever get in a position where I can buy a new car again, I'm going to get me a Honda Civic Sport. Not the race type. The race type is far too expensive. And it doesn't get as good as gas mileage. So usually by the time I get to the top of Long Ridge Court, I've got usually about 26 flights of stairs in. And I forget the name of the street. I think it's Briarwood or something like that. At any rate, we're going to turn up that. And we'll get it to the top, turn around, and I'll let you guys go. Blairwood. It's not Briarwood, it's Blairwood. All right. And usually by the time I get to the top of Blairwood, I've got 33 or 34 flights of stairs in. Got to be kind of careful coming through here because they're kind of narrow and windy. Don't want to go causing any accidents. Of course, these people up here, man, these guys, they got all sorts of nice cars up here. They're insured to the gills, but still. All the workers up here got super nice vehicles. Watch out, Domino's guy. Avoid the Noid. When was the last time you heard that? Avoid the Noid. No, I'm not really going to get any more flights of stairs in from here on out, but always walk to the end just to get the steps in. And this is the end. Ooh, there's an arch lever. Ooh, am I going to hit it? No. All right. And that's it.